Konnichiwa, hello, my name is Mickey and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a foundation review. I have here the Tarte Babassu Foundcealer. Now this has SPF 20 in it, which is sunscreen, and it says that it is a multitasking foundation. I really haven't heard much about this, so I'm kind of excited to try it out. The other thing that I'm really excited about this is that it is not a fucking matte foundation, which I am so happy about because I feel like the only things that I have been trying lately is matte foundations, and your girl's skin is tired of it. I am so fucking tired of matte these days. Like, I'm just done with it, alright? So hopefully this foundation works out good, looks good. We shall see, because that's what we're here for. Now, a little disclaimer before we get into the video: if you are super sensitive to profanity or if you are easily offended, this is not the place for you. I am a no filter bitch and I have no idea what's gonna come out of my mouth, so keep that in mind while you're watching. Of course, I'm gonna be doing a wear test today. I'm going to wear this foundation as long as I possibly can. I did get a little bit of a late start today, so we're gonna see what happens. If you guys are interested in seeing how the Tarte Babassu Foundcealer performs in a little bit of a wear test, then just stay tuned. So when I first got this and took it out of the box, I just kind of was shocked because there was no like pump thing here. If you turn it like you would any regular bottle, the pump comes out. So I really like that about this packaging. Also, this is one of those pump packages. So every time you pump this foundation out, this is slowly going to move up. That way you know you're not wasting any foundation at all, because these pumps will literally go all the way up to the top until you've basically used up all your foundation. Now, I have the shade 8B, which is porcelain beige. It is the lightest shade that they have. This also has 1 fluid ounce, so it's like any other foundation. This retails for $39, which to me, a lot of foundations are priced about that price point, so it's really nothing new there. Now, it states that the Babassu Foundcealer is a vegan skincare foundation, aka your total complex solution. This vegan makeup and skincare hybrid delivers an ultra comfortable, natural radiant finish and medium customizable coverage so you can live your day your way. I am so fucking relieved to read that it is a ultra comfortable, natural, radiant finish. I am so fucking tired of all the matte foundations that have been coming out lately. Can we get past all the matte foundations now, because my skin cannot take it anymore? I'm looking for more like dewy or natural finish type of foundations, and I'm just so tired of the matte, you guys. It's just getting ridiculous, okay? I'm really excited to try out this foundation because I really love the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. I don't think they're gonna sell this much longer, so it kind of sucks. So I'm trying to find something that's similar to this. As all my foundation reviews go, on this side I'm gonna be using the Real Technique sponge, and on this side I'm going to use my flat angled kabuki brush. On my face I have the e.l.f. Prep and Blur Stick per usual around this area, and then on the rest of my face I have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now I'm going to take, oh, okay. I'm going to say that's about 1.5 pumps, and I'm going to add 1 more. So there's 2 pumps right there, and I'm just going to start with my brush, and we're just going to see how this applies. So far, I am really liking just the way it's going on my face. It's very dewy, as you can see, which I am in love with already. Now, this isn't a full coverage foundation, which I'm totally okay with. I like medium coverage foundations. I just don't like sheer foundations, because I feel like sheer is kind of pointless for my type of skin, especially with all of the nastiness that's going on there. The color seems to be an okay match for now. I'm hoping it oxidizes just a smidge. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is that the brush is kind of creating a lot of texture on the face. I don't know if you guys can see when the light hits it, but you can see there's all these bumps, and it's all from the bristles of the brush, which is really weird because normally whenever I would use a brush and my skin was somewhat normal, because these days it's just been acting up, a brush application was so much better for me. But for some reason, as of lately, anytime I use a brush, things start clinging to dry patches. It's already clinging to dryness right here, which is really disappointing to me because this is supposed to be a natural radiant type of foundation. Right now, I would say it is low coverage because I haven't really added a lot, and for some reason the brush just didn't make the application look pretty at all. So I'm just gonna go on this side with the sponge and then even it all out together. I don't know why, but the sponge side gives more coverage. I'm a little weirded out about that because normally brushes give you more coverage. This actually feels a lot nicer, looks a lot nicer with sponge application. Look at that. I feel like I got more coverage on the sponge side than I did on this side, but I'm not complaining because I like application with a sponge more. So now that I got most of this blended out, I do really just love the dewiness, but I am seeing that this emphasizes my texture so much. I wish a brand would come out with a foundation that was made for dry skin, like not just a luminous finish, not being dewy, like an actual foundation that says meant for dry skin instead of all skin types, because usually that's all you see is all skin types or combination and oily, because a lot of the foundations that are combination or oily are matte. I was hoping that this would be something more for dry skin, because it does say that there are skincare benefits to it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop blabbing my mouth. I have a little bit left on the palette here, and so I'm gonna go and add some more coverage on like the areas that I need to with all this acne scarring going on here on the sides. I also feel like this is going to be a foundation that I'm gonna have to set, because it already kind of looks like, I don't know, it's on the borderline of being oily and greasy. Like, you know, when your face gets oily throughout the day and it pushes the foundation kind of out of your pores. That's kind of how I'm looking right now. The camera may not be picking it up, but up close, girl, I am super radiant. Like, I am, again, on the borderline of being almost oily. So I'm not really sure about this foundation. Whoo, if I don't look like a damn ghost. So I screwed it in just a little bit. As you can see, my skin looks so freaking texturized. I don't know what's going on. Like, you can see all the texture just on my face. Really don't like that. I'm hoping that once I set it, it won't be too bad. We'll see. As you can see, this is definitely medium coverage because I have some acne, and some of my little moles or beauty marks or whatever the hell you want to call them are peeking through. As you can see here, all the rest of this crap is kind of just peeking through, and I do have like two really big demon friends on my face right now. As for my forehead, you can see when the light hits it at an angle like this and I slowly turn my head, you can see all the fucking texture going on my head. So I have no idea what's going on with this foundation, but it is literally accentuating all the texture on my face. It looks okay in the monitor, but looking at it in the mirror, like in person, it just looks so borderline oily. Like, I don't know if it's because there's SPF in there, because a lot of, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but a lot of foundations that have SPF in them are usually almost always never matte. They're always some kind of dewy or natural finish. So now that I've had the foundation sitting on my face for a little bit, I'm going to be doing the rest of my face. But before I do that, let's go ahead and do the check-in time. It is now 1:43, so I'm going to call the check-in time 1:45. As you guys know, if you have watched any of my videos, I really don't wear foundation too long because I feel like there's no point. I'm just one of those people who, as soon as I come home and I don't have anywhere else to go, I take my makeup off, okay? Because my skin needs to breathe, and the longer that you have makeup on, the less breathing your skin gets to do. So I'm just one of those people that do not like wearing foundation or makeup for longer periods of time, but I will try my best to wear this as long as I possibly can. So check-in time is 1:45. I'm gonna do the rest of my face and I will be right back. Alrighty, so I did the rest of my face. That took me about an hour because I was just taking my sweet ass time. It is now 2:51. I actually ended up setting my face, but only this area, the sides of my forehead, and kind of like the chin area, but I didn't set under my eyes or like around here because I wanted to see what was gonna happen. I actually went and set my face with the Hard Candy Fast and Fabulous Translucent Loose Powder. I have a newfound love for this because I kind of forgot about it, and I found it and I forgot how good this setting powder is. So I just took a big powder brush and like powdered the sides of my face, and then after that I went in with the Becca Be a Light palette. All I did was take the contour and the blush shade, and that is all that's on like the sides of my cheek. For concealer, I went in with the Magic Star concealer, and for the highlight of my face I used the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter because this is my boo thing. For my eyes I used the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette because I love this palette so much. I used the shade A Moment and Necessary kind of like in the crease and on the lid. And then for eyeliner, I don't know if you guys can see, but I kind of did like a little straight line there. I used this ColourGirl Bat, which is actually one of my favorite shades. For mascara, I did the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara because I love this thing. For my waterline, I actually took two of the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pens. I first went in with the color Rose Glow, and then on top of that, I put Opal Overcoat. I line my lips with the Colourpop Aquarius Lippie pencil, and then for my actual lipstick, I'm basically wearing everything that I just reviewed because I loved it all so much. But on my lips, I'm wearing the Milani Bold Matte Lipstick in I Am Smart. I really like this color. The one thing that I did notice while I was doing my face is that a lot of the coverage is kind of picked up from the powder products. Another thing is my pores are ridiculously humongo. Like, they are so big right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You can see like all the pores on the sides of my nose here. Even down here, it got like really porous, which is really strange to me. I'm just gonna stand up right in front of the camera just so you guys can see like what is going on my chin right now. Do you guys see like this area right here? It is so freaking porous. Like, I don't understand what's going on because I did set my face. I am just kind of terrified to go outside because I don't think, like, if I'm looking in the viewfinder, my face looks fucking flawless, bitch. Like, my face looks dewy and really nice. When I look at it up close in person, it is terrible. It is not fucking cute because it looks like I have so many pores, like, all throughout this area here. And it's just really gross. I feel so texturized. Like, I knew my face was textured, like, especially in these areas, but I am so textured, like, on my nose, on my chin, on my upper lip area. Like, I have never, ever looked this texturized in my life. I'm gonna actually take out my phone and kind of film this area here so you guys can actually see up close and personal what it's doing to my face, because you guys need to see this. I feel like it just looks really fucking disgusting. All right, so I got the phone out just so you guys can like really see what's going on this mug here. I don't know if you guys can see like just how freaking textured my face looks. There's my little dry spot right there, and look at all these fucking pores. Like, that is just, look at that. It's all just weird ass pores. I use the e.l.f. Prep and Blur Stick, and normally that really helps, but look how texturized my freaking forehead is. Like, that looks fucking disgusting. I actually have to go to Sephora and like exchange shit, and let me just say, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but they is some judgy ass bitches in there because it's like no matter who you are, what kind of makeup you're wearing, you know that they're judging you by how your makeup is. And it's just like every single time I go in there, I have some kind of makeup on, and it's usually when I'm doing like one of these reviews or something like that, and I look like shit. It's always on the day that I have like really shitty foundation on that I have to go to like a beauty store. I'm just kind of at that point where I just don't give a fuck because this is what I do. So if it turns up looking really shitty, then that just sucks for me. I'm gonna have to be walking around with this. We'll just go ahead and see how this looks throughout the day. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on some of my errands. I will see you guys in a couple hours for another check-in. So it is now 5:30, and I believe I started the check-in time for 1:45, so I'm not even gonna do the math right now. My face is a porous, textury mess. My friend is actually with me in the car, and she told me that she has never been able to see my pores this big before in a foundation, and she even mentioned that my face is really texturized, which I totally believe. So if you look around this area, you can see just how porous everything is. Now, usually when I wear the e.l.f. Prep and Blur Stick, this never happens. All of this on the sides of my nose, my actual nose, the crevices of my nose, everything is very textury, and a little bit of the makeup has kind of faded here, so it's lighter coverage. And I'm just really not liking how my forehead is looking. My forehead is actually pretty bad. Looks very textured, and just this thing is just, I'm not sure if it's my cup of tea. I'll do another check-in in a couple of hours to see if this actually stays. I actually ended up taking one of my little compacts and setting around the nose area. Still didn't really do anything. It didn't hide the pores. It didn't make anything look better or worse. It just kind of stayed the same. So I will see you guys in a couple of hours. It is now 9:43. We're gonna call in the check-in time 9:45. So I've been wearing this for about 8 hours now, and I have to say that this foundation is a no fucking go for me. It is so textury. I can't stand it. I'm just looking in the viewfinder, and I can see just how texturized it looks here all here, all around the sides. It is just a really, really bad situation for me right now. If I scoot up closer, you can see all the texture on my forehead, and you can see that there's texture all along the upper lip and my nose, my cheeks. Right here on the sides, everything's kind of separated. And again, I don't know how many times to say this, but it is so textury that I can't. Even when I was in the car, my friend was like, you know, I've never seen your pores this big. I've never seen so much texture on your face. And so when your girlfriend is telling you that there is something wrong with your foundation, then you know there's something wrong. I will try it out with different products and see if that helps, maybe with like a different primer and maybe a different setting powder. But for what I use today on my face, I just cannot stand this foundation. A lot of the coverage has kind of come off. I even have like a really, really big demon here on my face, and it is just like out there. The fact that I've only been wearing it for 8 hours, and I know there's people out there who wear their foundation for much longer, and it's already kind of falling apart. I cannot wait to get this shit off my face because it just feels off. Like, it feels very greasy, very oily. Like, because I'm going to take this off, I'm going to do this. But if you just do this, look at that. Look at my fingers. There's foundation everywhere. My face just feels so oily and slick and just greasy. Look at that. I mean, you can even see me moving around the foundation, and it's just really not a cute look. So like I said, I'll try this with other products, but as of right now, this is definitely a no for me. I'm kind of disappointed that the Foundcealer didn't live up to my expectations, especially the fact that it did say like a natural radiant finish. Yes, it was a very radiant finish, but it still looked really oily, really greasy on my face, and I just really didn't like that. I'm also disappointed in the fact that this didn't work as well as my Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation, because I know that they're going to discontinue this, and so I've been wanting to find something that's going to take the place of this foundation. I was hoping it was going to be this, but it looks like it's not going to be, so that to me is just really, really disappointing. Alrighty, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to click that big red button that says subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you actually know when I post my videos, and as always, if you have any tips, tricks, questions, comments, or if you want to talk shit, leave it all in the comment section below, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!